on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over a bunch of players that are down in price right now due to the Ultimate Legend market crash that I think you should take a look at because they're going to save you some coin, they're going to upgrade your squad, boost that OVR, and hopefully they're going to help you win some more games as well. With all that being said, let's jump right on into it, and as always, we're going to start at the quarterback position. Same recommendation as last week, and it's going to be quarterback Michael Vick. Now, this is the Merry Mix-Up card, and the one that we're looking at specifically is the LTD version. Now, he also has a Redux card that you can buy. The Redux card on average is about 322,000 coins, but the reason I show you this LTD and recommend buying this one instead, because it's an LTD, it's going to quick sell for 350,000 coins, which means we can use the rental method on this card. On average, according to mutt.gg, you can find this one for about 425k. So if you pay 425 for it, and you know you're guaranteed to get 350k back from it because that's the quick sell value, and that's never going to change, you're looking at about a 75,000 coin rental. And for that price, you do have to put a little bit up front, obviously, but for that price, extremely highly recommend this one because it's a really good card. If you don't know, this card is right-handed, so he's not going to have that left-handed rollout issue or just running and scrambling with the quarterback, and that's the main reason why EA made him this way. But he also just has a really good release. He's obviously fast with the 95 speed, 94 throw power, short throw 92, mid 88, deep 93. I said it last week, I'll say it again, you're seeing the gameplay highlights here. Even with the mid throw being at 88, I never really had any any big issues with this card, overthrowing passes, missing passes, and that's why I'm highly recommending it. I think if you factor in price, this is still one of, if not the best quarterbacks in the game. We got the MVP Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl Jalen Hurts, we got honors Josh Allen, both both LTD and champion versions of him, but all of those cards really expensive for basically 75k or a little bit over 300,000 coins depending on the version that you buy there. Really good pickup. Highly recommend Master Tactician for 4 AP. You're going to get 3 abilities in one with that one there, so you're getting Playmaker, you're getting Conductor, and Hot Route Master, and EA just today increased the AP limit on offense and defense, so that just gives you a lot more flexibility, even spending 4 AP at the quarterback position. If this card's too pricey for you, the next recommendation is going to be Marcus Mariota or Marigoda from the AKA Icons promo. I just think for the price, which is about 155,000 coins, you're getting a lot of value here at the most important position on your team. Quarterback, 94 speed, 94 throw power, short throw 94, mid 93, deep 90, so he hits that 90 plus threshold on all 3 of the accuracies. Throw on the run play action, not the greatest there, but it's not really a big deal. You can go Gunslinger for 2 AP, or if you like to run with your quarterback a lot, he does get Truz as an ability instead of an X Factor for 3 AP, but for 155k, to me, extremely good value. So the target price in these videos that I drop every Saturday, some of you might be watching one of these for the very first time, and shout out to you if so. Just make sure you click that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. We like to keep our price range 400k and under, and I'm usually not even really close to that 400k threshold, but Kareem Hunt is that good to where I need to recommend this card. He's about 375k on average. You're getting a 96 stock speed running back, 91 acceleration, 93 agility. The catching is really good, especially for a power back archetype. You got 84 catching, 95 change of direction, 93 trucking, and 97 break tackle. He gets the good spin move animation. His juke is really good. You're going to see some of the most ridiculous runs and jukes from the highlights that we're taking a look at here. And for 375k, he gets goal line back for 0 AP in that same discounted bucket. He gets spin cycle for 1 AP if you want to utilize that. I highly recommend Tank for 2 AP. It's not a discount on that ability, but I think it's the best use. Now, some of the gameplay highlights you're seeing, he did have that that Super Bowl X Factor Freight Train activated. That is no longer a thing with this card. It expired on February 13th, but still, Tank 2 AP, goal line back 0 AP together on this card, I think is a really good combination for 375k. If this card is out of your price range, the best budget option out there is still going to be Ghost of Madden Pass, Sean Alexander. We're basically looking at 96 speed and up running backs right now. Same with wide receivers as well, as kind of the meta. So if you can't afford the 96 speed guys and up, Sean Alexander with the 95 speed, he's all the way down now to 115,000 coins. You also get that 98 acceleration with the 95 speed, 95 change of direction, 93 trucking, 97 break tackle. Carry not terrible, plan conservative if you're worried about fumbling there. And you got 84 agility, 80 catching, another power back. And just comparing the two between this card and Kareem Hunt, you can see how Kareem Hunt is a little bit more agile, being a power back as well, and Sean Alexander also will get tank for 2 AP. So wide receivers kind of similar to running back, cornerback, and then obviously wide receiver. They're all in that same bunch, right? Where you're getting the base speed, or the most common speed we're starting to see here is 96 speed, and if you want higher than that, you're gonna have to pay a lot of coins. Well, Xavier Worthy was far ahead of his time, and I know he's only 5'11", but short wide receivers are pretty good this year, and he's got the stock 97 speed with his playoff card here, 93 catching, short route running 94, mid 91, deep 96. He hits the 90 plus threshold on all of the route runnings. The catching is very good, and he's really fast. He's on one of the best theme teams in the game, so it's quite easy to get him to 98 or even 99 speed at this point in the year, and he's all the way down to 210,000 coins. Don't really need any abilities on this card. The one that I utilize frequently when I did have AP for him was Human Joystick. For one, it's really good after the catch, specifically if you like to play on conservative to avoid fumbling. It allows you to still kind of get past, people who are trying to attempt to tackle him without being able to use ball carrier moves. So Human Joystick for 1 AP, pretty good, but 210k, really, really fair price. Again, he's 97 speed. There's a group of 96 speed guys, and one of the more inexpensive options is going to be OBJ. This is the non-LTD OBJ from the AKA Icons promo. His LTD is 97 speed, but much more expensive. For this card, on average, you're looking at about 295k. Along with that 96 speed, you have 92 catching, short route running at 90, mid 90, and then deep route running at 91. You compare him to Xavier Worthy. Worthy is definitely the better option here, but if you need two receivers, I already have Worthy. OBJ for under 300k is good, and he does get jukebox for 0 AP. If you're playing on conservative, you're not really going to be able to take advantage of that, but if you don't, having jukebox on a receiver after the catch, not taking up any AP, really good and underrated ability. Outside of that, like if you need, any other 96 speed receivers, you're going to have to pay the cost there. And as we get more cards, it's going to become more common. So you'll start to see those cards, and this card included, get less expensive. Other than that, you got to look at 95 speed guys. Nico Collins, 195k. Gosa Madden Pass, Megatron, 135k. Zero Chill, CD Lamb, about 130k. Those are all good receivers with 95 speed. This is also something to pay attention to at the tight end position, because there's a handful of tight ends who have stock 95 speed. Brock Bowers, Rob Gronkowski, which is like 2+ million coins, Travis Kelce's Super Bowl card, George Kittle, all about like 400k and up. Well, then you take a look at the rest of the field, and you got this Travis Kelce Zero Chill card, only -1 in speed. Everything else is kind of irrelevant. With the 94 speed here, he's still 6'5", obviously. This card is only 134k, so you're looking at -1 speed, but I don't think you see a huge difference on the field between him and the 95 speed tight ends, and you're saving yourself a lot of coin here. Along with that 94 speed, you got 91 catching, 91 short route running, 90 mid. Run block and strength, not going to be his forte here, but all in all, this is a really good card. And then I would also recommend with this one, if you have the ability points free, and with EA making that adjustment to both offense and defense, it definitely allows a little bit more flexibility with your abilities on both sides of the ball here. If you can afford it, tank for 2 AP, really good on this card. He breaks a lot of tackles after the catch. You'll pick up first downs you normally wouldn't without that ability. As many, pass catchers and running backs that I can get it on to finish out the year, that's probably something that I'm going to rock with, because a lot of people just like to go for hit sticks, and this is a way to neutralize it. Let's talk defense now. 94 speed is like the fastest you're going to see for defensive ends, and Nolan Smith Jr. is up there at the top. That's Super Bowl champion Nolan Smith Jr., by the way. He's he's the fastest defensive end in the game. So again, I try to keep all of the cards that we talk about under a 400,000 coin price point, but with this one, I just have to recommend it. He's basically about 400k on the dot according to mutt.gg. You're getting the 94 speed, 94 acceleration, tackle at 92. His strength is low at 80, same thing with power move, but you're going to see in the gameplay highlights here, he is just so fast. He gets to the quarterback so quick, especially if you have, like a mid blitz or just formations where he's not going to be blocked unless you double team him. Block shed at 96, which helps against the run. Finesse move at 96, and he gets pretty good abilities. Edge threat for 1 AP to me is definitely worth it. And then I think you can get your choice of either no outsiders, a secure tackler for 0 AP. You got to pick one or the other, but you pair that with edge threat, and he's just been fantastic for me there. On the other side of the ball, or the other side of your defensive line, I should say, again, we're looking at like 93, 94 speed is the top. Zadarius Smith comes through here at 188k for his playoff card, and he's at 92 speed, so pretty good price. If you're looking for faster than that, you're going to pay some more. Javon Curse is another one, 93 speed, that's really, really inexpensive. But Zadarius Smith, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 strength, 95 block shed, 93 power move, and 87 finesse move. You compare him to Nolan Smith, you think he's much better, only -2 speed there and a little bit more well-rounded, but both cards very good and both part of really, really good theme teams, so it's easy to boost up that speed even more. Only downside to the Zadarius Smith card, he doesn't really get any good abilities or discounted abilities that are worth using. In the middle of the defensive line, you can always take a look at playoff Vita Vea, but Booger McFarland's legend card, another pretty good one out there, and he adds a little bit more speed compared to Vita Vea. He is smaller at 300 pounds, but 86 speed, 93 acceleration. You do get 93 strength, 89 tackle, power rusher archetype, and he's still going to add in 93 power move, 93 block shed, and then you got the 82 finesse move. More importantly, this card is going to get inside stuff for 1 AP, and I think that makes him a really good card at defensive tackle. He right now is down to about 275k. When it comes to linebackers or user linebackers, we have playoff Nakobe Dean. Now, primarily, you're looking for guys with more height. He is only 5'11", but when we get to the gameplay highlights, doesn't he kind of look a little bit taller, like on the field, than 5'11" normally does? To me, he does. I don't know if it's my bias eye or something, but overall, he's played really well, and again, he's on one of the better theme teams in the game, if not the best theme team in the game, and you're getting 94 speed at the middle linebacker position, 96 acceleration, 94 tackle, 90 block shed to help against the run, 94 hit power, and 88 zone. You can let him play coverage, let the AI control him there in pass coverage. 88 zone is definitely good enough. He can come up and stop the run. He's a good user if you are going to user him, or if you're just going to have him on your field in general. You absolutely 100% need Lurk Artist, and that is going to cost you 1 AP. Mid-zone KO is definitely good as well. That's going to be another 2 AP, so you're looking at 3 AP on one player. Because EA allowed more ability points on defense today, that could be okay now at this point. When I used him, I pretty much only had Lurk Artist for the 1 AP, and he's down to 230k. If you want a really, really good budget option at that same position, take a look at Genki Force Troy Anderson. The card's only a couple days old. He also has 94 speed, but he's 6'4", so you got a lot more height there. 95 acceleration, really good. Tackle 90, block shed 86. Not as good as Nakobe Dean's, but still very good. And then you still get 94 hit power and 90 zone. So again, you can user this card. His agility's at 90, change of direction 93, but he's only 100,000 coins. Like, that's extremely inexpensive. If you've just recently picked up the game, if you're on a budget, you need a user. I mean, you can let the AI control him as well because of that high zone coverage. He's only 100k, and you do want to put Lurk Artist on him for 1 AP. Really, really good card, and he usually has good cards, so I'm happy that this one looks good as well. Let's talk about the secondary. So again, we kind of previewed it earlier with running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers. You're going to have to pay for speed. And when it comes to cornerbacks right now, 96 speed and up is going to be a little bit expensive. This is the cheapest 96 speed cornerback on the market. Jalen Watson from the Super Bowl promo, on average about 370k, 6'2". He gives you really good height as well. 91 acceleration and agility, 95 man, 96 zone, 97 press. He is a zone archetype, but you can play him in either style of defense. If you like to mix it up, if you play man exclusively, zone exclusively, he can pretty much do it all. So for 370K, you are getting pick artist for 0 AP, which is definitely a W. If you run a lot of zone coverage, mid-zone KO, one of the best abilities in the game on defense, only 1 AP. If you run a lot of man coverage, you're either going to want to go short route KO or mid route KO. Both of those also only 1 AP. You pretty much have to pick, if I'm not mistaken, one out of those three though. But you combine that with the 0 AP pick artist, you're getting two abilities, two really good abilities on a defensive back for a total of 1 AP. Outside of that, like I said, he's the cheapest 96 speed defensive back in the game. You're going to have to look back to 95 speed guys. We have playoff Rasul Douglas. This card was very expensive for a very long time because the only way you could get it was either the auction house or earning it through the playoff limited time event, which is definitely over now at this point. But this card certainly has dropped in price a ton, down to 290K. He's played for a handful of teams, Packers, Bills, and obviously the Eagles. So he gets a bunch of different theme teams. 95 speed, 6'2", 90 play rec, 94 man, 95 zone, 94 press. Again, because of the dual coverages there, you can play him in any type of scheme, even though he is a zone archetype, and pick artist is going to cost 1 AP on this card. As far as knockout abilities, he doesn't really get any good discounts there, but I think as long as you have pick artist, that's good. And 290K for this one, if you want to spend less coin, I think you can get an equally good card here in Sauce Gardner. This is the non-LTD AKA version, 6'3", also at 95 speed. He's got good coverages, 94 man, 92 zone, 93 press, and he's down to 195K. So if you're looking for one of the best budget options at cornerback here, it's going to be this Sauce Gardner card. Made a lot of plays for me. He also is going to get pick artist for 1 AP, man-to-man archetype, but you can still play him in any style of defense, in my opinion. So those are going to be your best options at cornerback right now, in my opinion. At free safety, nothing's taking over this Xavier McKinney. Now, just real quick, if you want to spend more coin, it's going to be over 400K. Ronnie Rocket Hillman, 100% worth it, but we're keeping the cards under 400,000 coins right now, and you can find this playoff Xavier McKinney for about 200,000 coins, stock 95 speed and acceleration, run support archetype, so you can play him in the box, and he has, 90 hit power, 90 pursue, 90 tackle, but he also has 92 man and 95 zone. Like, this is a card that's just extremely well-rounded at his position. You can put him just about anywhere in the box, up top, in coverage, and he does get pick artist for 1 AP. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, from the entire playoff promo. I say it all the time. When I got this card day one, he just did nothing but make plays, and I think for 200K, he's going to do the same for you. On the strong safety side of things, a little bit more expensive than I like. It's going to be Super Bowl John Lynch, 395K. This is probably my favorite card from the entire Super Bowl promo, and that's even going to include all of the Eagles cards that came out. John Lynch, when he had that, the light up, the Super Bowl X Factor, even more unstoppable on defense because he had that universal coverage that you could pre-light, but now you can't do that anymore, and that's okay. For the 395K, 6'2", stock 95 speed, 98 acceleration, extremely good there. Tackle 88, hit power 98. You can play him as a sub linebacker. He is a run support archetype. If you want to user him, you can. I play him up top in coverage there, and he's got 90 man and 96 zone. He can pretty much do it all. For the 395K, you're also going to get pick artist for 0 AP, and you can combine that with mid-zone KO for 1 AP. Like I said earlier, one of the best abilities in the entire game on defense. Sub linebacker him, that's great for the mid-zone KO, but even playing up top, mid-zone KO lights up almost everywhere on the field, so it's certainly worth the 1 AP on that card. And if 395K is too much for you, hear me out here. Just like the Merry Mix-Up Michael Vick, we have Kelvin Megatron Johnson, another LTD that since has been Redux, and you can find the Redux card cheaper, but my advice here is buy this LTD version. If you can find him on average, again, Mutt.gg is telling me this, he's about 410,000 coins because he quick sells for 350K. Same thing as Merry Mix-Up Michael Vick. Great rental option. If you got the 410 that you can put up front here, you're basically looking at about 60,000 coins to rent this card. You can sub linebacker him and user him. He's 6'5" with 95 speed. Lions still have one of the best theme teams in the game. 97 man coverage, 95 zone, 95 hit power. Tackle is a little bit low there. If you want to play him up top in coverage as well, he can certainly do that with the 97 man and 95 zone. And at the end of the day, it's Megatron with good height and really good speed. And probably the best thing about him, mean, you can go pick artists if you can afford it, but you don't really need any abilities on this card if he's a sub linebacker, because he's not a linebacker by default. He's going to get those jumping animations, whereas a typical outside or middle linebacker, they just won't animate the same way without that lurk artist ability. And there you have it. Those are the best pickups that you can make right now to boost that OVR, to upgrade your squad, to win more games, and save yourself some coin. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.